Hello everybody, I'm Kareem. It's good to be back making videos again. It's been a minute, and honestly I've been busy. I graduated, I've been working, and I really haven't had any time at all to make videos. So it's good to be back, and I'll hopefully be making more at a faster speed rather than one every 4 months. Anyway, today we are here to talk about this wonderful camera. Now this is the Olympus MJU or Stylus Epic, or whatever you want to call it, and this is my go-to little camera right now. I bought this back in November actually, and I've loved every moment I've had with it. It's an incredible little tool. I wanted to make this video and sort of just use this camera how I intended to use it and for the purpose that I bought it, which is as a journal camera, and sort of just a camera to have with me at all times, in a bag, in my pocket, or anywhere. It's just always on me. So that's exactly what I did. I just took this out with me everywhere I went since I bought it in November, and I've just documented the things that I've seen and the things that I've done, and it's been great. It's really held up very well. Now, I know I could have gotten pretty much any little point and shoot I could have gotten. There are so many different point and shoots out there in the market, so many cheaper ones than the MJU. So I could have gone any of those, but I wanted the MJU specifically because I wanted something that is notably reliable and something with a fast lens, and this goes all the way to 2.8, which is what I wanted. I wanted something that could go to 2.8, and also from what I read online would have good autofocus, a good flash, and just an all-around good functioning, reliable camera. I actually got a pretty good deal on my MJU, which is why it sort of pushed me towards getting it even more. I got it from an Instagram page called Film Camera Dubai. I actually got in touch with the page, and the guy who runs it, Yassine, he's a really nice guy. He actually went out and found me a MJU in good working condition, got it serviced, tested it, and then sent it to me. He went out of his way to send me a good one. And he did a great job, so I highly recommend you guys go check out his page and see what he's got, or ask him for a camera that you want that he might not have at that time, and he'll probably try to find it for you. He's really nice. So let's talk about what this camera can do. So this has a 35mm f2.8 to f11 lens on it, and it has a operating shutter speed range from 4 seconds to 1/1000th of a second. It's also weather sealed and has numerous different flash functions. It even has red eye reduction, nighttime mode, and red eye reduction in one, as well as also if you just don't want the flash. Because something I will note is that this is a very flash happy camera. It will shoot the flash off in bright daylight if it wants to. And honestly, I don't really care too much because I do like the look of a flash, especially the look of this flash on this camera. But sometimes it's really not necessary, and but it does have an option for you to turn that off. One thing to note is that every time you turn the camera on, it resets whatever setting you're on before. So if you're shooting with no flash beforehand and you want to close the little shell and then put it away and then take it back out and take another photo quickly with no flash, you're gonna have to go back in there and just click until you get to no flash to take your photo again without a flash. Let me show you what the red eye reduction flash looks like, because that is the kind of flash you need to give someone a warning for. And this is actually the warning. If you're sensitive to flashing lights, skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, it takes a bit of a toll on your eyes. The meter has been relatively good to me. I've had some photos that have been severely underexposed, and I've had some photos that have been very overexposed. But that's okay. You're gonna miss some frames, you're gonna get some good ones, but most of the time it's been pretty good. It's been spot on. If anything, it's been a tad overexposed, but that's fine. You can save it, that's okay. It's also just a very easy to use camera. Loading it takes no effort whatsoever. You just throw your film into the back of it, close the back, and that's it. Even if you're not perfectly positioned, it will somehow manage to latch onto your film and roll it up, and you'll be good to go. Auto wind works great. Automatically, once you hit that 36 frame, you take it, it just automatically just starts winding. I don't know what more to say about that. It works. It just does what it's meant to do. It's a good camera, and it's reliable, and it's very simple. It's just a very convenient tool to have. Again, I could have gotten any point and shoot out there if I just wanted something to journal with, but I got the MJU. It takes these little CR2 batteries that are very easy to find. They're not that able to find. They're not as hard to find as 4 LR44s. So they're quite commonly available, and they last for a very long time. I have not once had to change the battery in this yet, and I'm hoping I won't have to for another while. Although it does have some downsides, like the fact that it's really easy to get sand and dirt trapped into the mechanism for the clam, for the opening and closing of the clam. That's something you're going to see in probably a lot of other clam design type point and shoots. And also the fact that it's very flash happy, but you can either take that as a negative or as a positive, because you feel like you're going to have some sort of salvageable exposure regardless, whether it's very flashy or not at all. Also, autofocus is a little bit hit or miss. Most of the time, it's pretty good, it's pretty spot on. Some scenarios it gets very confused, like if you have something moving within your foreground, but you're trying to capture something in your background. I've had times where it's just completely missed both and just went to something way out in the background. But I've had moments where it's very much surprised me and managed to get exactly what I wanted in focus. It even has a feature where you can catch focus onto something and then recompose your frame so that will stay in focus as well, and you can take that photo then. It's important to note that this camera has absolutely no manual functionalities whatsoever. This is how it is. You just basically point and shoot. You can't really control much other than what kind of flash you're having and where your focus point is. Otherwise, you have no manual control over it. Now, this thing has seen quite a beating just because of how I've been using it. I've been taking it out to trips with family members, or when I have like a gathering with friends, or when I'm on set, or just with people at the office, just taking photos, documenting things that I think are interesting, or if I'm out doing something and I just spot a composition that I want to take. This is always there. I don't always have my Nikon on me, but this is just always there. It's something that I can rely on, and something I can just pick up quickly and be like, okay, cool, let me take a quick photo with it. All in all, I've absolutely loved using this little camera. It goes with me everywhere. It's always in my bag. It always has a roll of film loaded into it. It's just so convenient. It's just so easy to use. It's thoughtless. I only decided to get it because I started worrying about my other cameras, like my Nikon FE2 or my Pentax KM. They weren't cameras that I would be happy with just throwing into my bag, not my camera bag, just a bag that I'd take with me to work or something, and feeling confident with how safe it's going to be, or just having it slung around my shoulder all day. Instead, this I don't really worry too much about. It lives in my bag or in like a pocket, like in a hoodie pocket or something. It's always just on me, and it takes pretty good photos. I like the look of the photos that come out of it. So to sum up, let me just say that the Olympus MJU or Stylus Epic, or whatever you want to call it, is worth it to me. Personally, to me, it is a very worth it camera. It might not be to you considering the price, but if you're someone who is considering something like a Contax or anything that's pretty expensive in relation to point and shoots, this is a good bet. Reliable little camera, takes nice little photos, has some character to it, super easy to use, really small and compact, good viewfinder, great lens. It's a winner. It's a great little camera. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please go give Film Camera Dubai a look on his page and get in touch with him if you need anything. Also, on the note of checking out people's pages on Instagram, please don't forget, check out the Analog Majlis. Great community of film photographers in the MENA region that is still continuously growing, and they're here to sort of promote MENA photographers, film photographers for that, and try to grow the community and make it good for everyone. So give them a follow, check out their page, and yeah, go shoot some photos, whether it's with a little point and shoot, disposable camera, or an SLR, or a rangefinder, or whatever. Go shoot some photos, have a good time, be responsible, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.